Hi, welcome to Schulte's Sweeties Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 12, 9, and 6. So they are going into 8th, 4th, and 1st grade next year. And today's video is a collaboration hosted by Davine at Calm in the Chaos and Shauna at Homegrown Homeschool. And we are talking all about language arts picks for next year. I have already shared the picks for next year as grade levels, and so you can go back and watch those. And now I'm going through and going a little bit more in detail. This one might be a little long, so I'm trying to be as quick as possible with it. Going into showing a little bit of each of the curriculum and why I picked it. So I will be as quick as possible, but I'm going to start with my youngest daughter, who is going into 1st grade. So language arts has been something that she has kind of stalled with when we were using All About Reading this year. So we have actually kind of shelved All About Reading, which I'm actually looking at it over on her desk. She still has it over there, and we might come back to it because I have all the levels, but she just needed more work with phonetic awareness. And so that's really what I wanted to focus on most, so that she could really move forward with remembering the letter sounds. So we kind of switched gears completely, and I picked up a curriculum called Logic of English. I actually found a lot of the pieces pretty discounted at like a used online site that sells a lot of curriculum and books. And so I picked up the Doodling Dragons. This is like a letter book and goes through like the sounds. And then this is the textbook. I got that for a pretty low cost. And then I have some phonetic flashcards that are pretty big, and then some smaller ones that are used for games. We haven't gotten to those yet. And then I also purchased the PDF workbook online on their website, and we're going through it that way. So far we are like 10 lessons in or so, and she's doing really well. We are not focused. I did get the manuscript. They do have cursive. We are not really focusing on the handwriting because we actually have a different handwriting. She's been using the Good and the Beautiful handwriting and doing well with it. She has almost finished the kindergarten level this year, so she'll just move right into this next year. So we are really liking Logic of English, and I think that this is probably what we will keep going through as long as we continue to like it. I think it's a lot more hands-on. Like All About Reading, honestly, they have lots of games and things too, but it's different than this. And so we are really enjoying this. At least I am. She hasn't really told me otherwise, but that is kind of what we're focusing on. And this was not actually in my curriculum picks for the grade level because I didn't have it yet. I decided to look, so I will say this. I was looking at Evan Moore books, and I almost got her some, like their Smart Start books, but she seemed to be in between level K and level 1, and I didn't really want to get her stuff that was so easy for her, but I didn't want to get her stuff that was too hard for her. It just didn't seem like she had a good fit. So I actually found this on the Critical Thinking website, and this is Fun Time Phonics. Now this is kind of set up, it seems similar to like their mathematical reasoning for like lower levels where you were just pointing to a lot of things, although my daughter has not been pointing. She draws and circles things and colors in, so she cannot handle not writing things. So we have just kind of gotten started in this, done about 3 days worth. So far, it is really going through that like the beginning sounds, the ending sounds, and she's really having to listen and pick things up. So she does also have an IEP with our public virtual school and takes speech services through them, like it's virtual speech services. So I have a hunch that her speech delay and things is kind of maybe having to do a little bit going into her phonics a little bit. So we are just taking it slow, really focusing on the phonetic sounds and still moving forward. We still try to read together. I have her reading words and stuff. She's got reading aids, which we will continue. We get it pretty discounted with our public virtual school. So we're good. I'm not upset that we kind of had to backtrack a little bit. I'm fine as long as we are moving forward. So a couple other things that I have in here. So my focus mainly is on phonics this year. We do have this, I got this at Tailored Homeschool. It's like a website. It's also another discounted bookstore curriculum sale. It's basically her ministry, and I have an unboxing from it. But I got this pretty cheap on her website. She has great prices, and I thought, we may as well try this. I don't think this will be our main focus. Obviously, like I said, phonics, but this will be a little fun. It's got some really fun pictures and stuff in here. So I really think that she will enjoy this, starting with some vocabulary, but not our main focus. A couple other things that I have in here. I received a box from Critical Thinking Company, and this is Language Smarts B. So level B is for grade 1, and so we will be using this. They have it through 1 through 4 is what they have this Language Smarts in. And this includes a lot of stuff. So we have like you focusing on the alphabet at the beginning. I'm just kind of flipping to the front page of it. It has capitalization, grammar, punctuation, spelling, usage, and writing in here. So you've got, it can be a complete curriculum or a supplemental resource. We are kind of using it as a supplement. There are things in here that I have a feeling she would really struggle with, and so I don't want to give those to her if she's not ready for them, since she is really still needing some extra work with phonics. And then the last thing, so this was kind of an afterthought that I got this for her. I got one for her older sister, and then I had an extra discount code that they gave me, and I'm like, well, I gotta use it. So we purchased Share Your Story. This is in their homeschool section. This is for 1st grade. This I saw recommended on our homeschool adventures, and I thought it would be really fun. It comes with a folder and has like a certificate in here. It has this fun little soft envelope for the kids. This is their student kit. She has some printables. The older kids don't have these kind of printables. There's some construction paper. Has hard cover book for their published book. They're going to publish a book with their hardcover. Then they have like a draft book. They have student activity sheets going through walking them through. And then this is the parent guide. That is my 1st grader's language arts. We won't be doing all of this every day, especially with her. She has a low attention span, and so I know that we've got to get it done quick. And so we get done what we get done. So that is what she is using for 1st grade curriculum. Are you ready for my middle schooler? Similar to my 1st grader, this is going to be quite a bit. She will not be doing this every day. So we are just going to get started. She first has word roots beginning level. This is from the Critical Thinking Company. We received this. We have never used any of their word roots or any of their vocabulary. We've used mind benders, and we've used mathematical reasoning some. We have not used any of these, and I'm excited to get in some vocabulary this year. So we are starting out. I have a feeling this is the one that we will be using. Word roots has different fill in the blanks and things, and I think this is what we will be using. We also have, they gave us, like I said, the goodie box that they gave us. They did give us Vocabulary Virtuoso, and this is not necessarily focusing on Latin and Greek word roots, but just lots of vocabulary. But I'm not sure, this is for grades 2 to 3, but it looks pretty challenging. So we will see which one she kind of prefers. I will kind of show you some of the pages, more fill in the blanks and things as well. some reading in here, some vocab list, but some of the words are pretty difficult, and we'll see. We might go back and forth or switch off here and there. I don't know how we'll exactly do this. I don't think that I'm going to use this for my youngest, though. She's obviously only in first grade, but she's not ready for this for sure. And I think with it being 2 to 3 and my middle being in 4th grade, this could be an option. We also received a couple other goodies from them. They gave us building thinking skills. This is grades 4 through 6. This is level 2. And this is intense. This is, I mean, it's kind of like those logic puzzles, mind benders, and she loves mind benders. So I really think that this will be something that she loves. This is definitely not getting done this year. And like 4 through 6, like we'll probably be using it for all of those grade levels. And then they also gave us this Language Smarts Book E. This is grade 4. Once again, it can be a complete curriculum or a supplemental. It has writing, there's sentences, word parts, spelling, reading, speech, all sorts of things. So one of the things I was really pretty excited about was, so my oldest is actually I'm gonna show it in a minute. She's using a book called Editor-in-Chief. And I saw that and I was like, man, that would be actually really good. It's very similar to Fix-It Grammar with IEW. Well, this Language Smarts actually has some pages in here for Editor-in-Chief. So I was excited to see that I don't have to go purchase it separate, but I could if I wanted to. But there is there's some spelling practice in here, which she is not a great speller. And so I think that this will be good. Honestly, I don't know, we might end up using this more for some of the writing than the other curriculum. I'm kind of gonna wait and see how she likes this book over some of the other things that we have. But for now, I'm going to show you the other things too. But this has so much, it has writing practice. There's some poem stuff in here, writing a summary, and all sorts of things. It's not tons of color in here, but I think that she might enjoy this. So that is Language Smarts Book E. She will also be continuing on with handwriting from The Good and the Beautiful. This is level 4. She started cursive this year and doing well with it, and we're just going to continue on. We were using a couple of years ago a Reason for handwriting, and she liked that a lot with writing the Bible verses, so we might switch back to that sometime, but she really needed to focus on learning how to write cursive first. So then we might switch back to the other one. Then, like I said, I have a few other things for spelling and writing. So spelling, she is using Soaring with Spelling and Vocabulary. We are working through this. We're about 7 or so weeks into this now. We started this mid-semester this year. I always start things mid-second semester. I don't know, that's just kind of my thing. So I don't worry about it. We're just going to keep continuing with this. It's going pretty well, and she's really not complained about it too much. So I think that's a win, especially with our drama with spelling. You can check out some other videos that I have of spelling, but this is a win for us, and we're going to just continue on with that. We've got winning with writing, and after seeing Davine at Calm in the Chaos and Nikki at Blessed Homeschool Mess sharing about this, I was like, and I was already getting the spelling, so I was like, maybe I'll just get the writing. It's going okay. I don't know if this is our favorite writing curriculum, but we're going to keep continuing with it right now. And like I said, maybe we'll switch to some of the Language Smarts stuff, or I don't know, or stick with this. I don't want to drop something when it's not really going bad, but it's just not necessarily either of our favorites for writing so far, but we aren't too far into it. We're 4 weeks, I think, into it. The other thing, like I said, with my youngest, I got a 4th grade kit for Share Your Story. So we've got the folder, the student folder, we've got a parent guide and student activity sheets. It also comes with pencil and the hardback book and everything else. They actually left out some of the stuff for mine, and then they've sent a whole nother package with a lot of the extra goodies. So we're excited to do this. I don't know, I think she loves writing stories and stuff. She writes some cute little stories and poems. So I'm excited for that. The last little thing that I made on an impulse buy was this Mazdos Press literature. So this is the Ruby level. This is 4th grade level. And basically it has the literature in here. And all I got was this book where it has the literature. But it has about the author. It also has like some different studying questions. It gives some different creating and writing ideas. So my thought was, this is in addition to all this other stuff, and we will do this like once or twice a week. I don't intend to like necessarily finish this. We could even use it next year too. But I thought I want to get some literature in because we are finishing up all about reading, phonics, and I wanted to get this in. So I think this will be a great addition. And then the last component that I have of language arts, I think I might have said that before the literature, and then I forgot. Oh, we forgot something because it's off on her desk. This is Beowulf grammar, and I have it printed out in a little binder. And we might be about halfway through it this year. We've really been focusing on trying to get all about reading level 4 done. So we haven't done it quite as much as both of us would want to, but it's such a fun curriculum from Guest Hollow. We actually have the full language arts, but since we were really focusing on phonics, we didn't even really do much of the language arts. So we might use some of that here and there, but as you can already see, we have tons of options for language arts this next year, and I don't want to add too much more to her plate, but I'm sure we will use some here and there. So language arts, well, grammar from Guest Hollow. So that's 4th grade language arts. In my curriculum picks video for the grade level, I said we will likely have to not do a lot of this stuff. So we'll pick here and there, get some from each, and not necessarily, I don't know. We're just gonna have to figure out our schedule and figure out what works and doesn't work for us next year. For my oldest daughter in 8th grade, she is actually the easiest one out of all of them. She doesn't have as much for language arts. So this year she is using Fix-It Grammar, and she likely won't finish Fix-It Grammar before the end of the school year. She will continue that. She might work on it a little this summer too. She is going to use Editor-in-Chief level 2. This is for 6th through 8th graders. They do have a level 1 for like elementary school. So Editor-in-Chief, and this is very, very similar to Fix-It Grammar. This is like you're reading actually a longer passage usually, and then you have some things to find over here. And you can rewrite things, but you don't have to. But they have the lessons in here going through, similar to like the lessons with Fix-It Grammar. You're kind of just reading through it and then you're fixing those things. So it says grammar disasters and punctuation faux pas. I think she's excited for this too. She has done okay with Fix-It Grammar, and honestly, we would have probably continued with that, but this was sent to us from Critical Thinking Company, and we thought, we could maybe do that in place of this. I still want her to do some grammar, and I think this will be a great fit for her. Her spine to her language arts does have some grammar in it as well, but it's not like a ton, and it's kind of optional. So then she's also going to work on word roots level 1. She hasn't done a ton of vocabulary just on its own, and so we are going to work on word roots from the Critical Thinking Company. This is for grades 5 through 12. They do say like that it would be really good if they could get like start at 1 and go through all of the levels of word roots through high school. So we will be starting that. And then her bulk of her language arts, which we're really excited about, is going to be this cover story. She has been doing Essentials in Writing the last year and a half or so, and it was a good fit for the time, and it's not necessarily a bad curriculum. She was just ready for a change. And sometimes I know we just need a change. And she their 6 and 7 were very similar in style and like the writing things, and she was just like, oh, again, like there are some differences, but she's just ready for a change. So cover story is the change. This is from Clearwater Press, and it is, you get from them, you get the student book. This basically is like kind of a workbook that they're going to go through. It does have like passages to read in here. Then you have a teacher's guide, how to schedule it out. One of the things that she is really excited about, I'm not sure where it says it, but it's basically 3 days a week, and she is so excited for that. We typically do language arts like 4 days a week, so she's pretty excited for just like a 3-day-a-week thing. This also comes with this remarkable journal of Professor Gunther von Steuben. I don't know. So it has some different, like some questions and things, some prompts that they're supposed to journal about. I believe this is to help with their writing for their cover story. This also includes streaming. I think there is a DVD possibility to purchase, but we are doing the iCloud streaming version. We won't be starting this until August because we are going to work through a little bit more in Essentials in Writing this school year. But I am excited for her for this. She will be working on putting together different forms of writing into a magazine, and I was like, I think I saw this last fall. So we were just barely getting started into our school year, and she was already excited about it. She loved the idea of creating different things. They do have one about like creating your own novel. I think that's for high school, and a few other different courses for high school, but this one was really exciting to her. So we are excited to work on this. So that is all for her language arts. She doesn't really need spelling so much anymore, and she's just kind of good on her handwriting and everything. So she has a lot on her plate, so I'd try not to add too much as it is. So that is what we picked out for language arts for 8th, 4th, and 1st grade. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and check out the playlist that I have down below of other moms sharing their language arts picks. I hope you have a great day.